A breakthrough in ending the government shutdown. 8 Senate Democratic caucus members joined Republicans in advancing a funding bill that would reopen the government. ABC's Perry Russum is in Washington.
After weeks of voting to keep the government shut down, fighting for lower health care insurance premiums,
the motion upon reconsideration is agreed to.
8 members of the Senate Democratic caucus caving.
This was the only deal on the table.
Voting with Republicans to advance a bill that would reopen the government.
How do you explain, though, to your constituents why it was worth it to put up this fight for so long when in the end you did not get your key demand?
Because it wasn't working.
The Senate back in session today working on advancing the funding bill after reaching a deal to fund the government through the end of January. The deal also funds SNAP benefits for months, reverses the shutdown firings of federal workers, and guarantees back pay for those who were furloughed. The 8 senators abandoning their primary demand, extending subsidies tied to the Affordable Care Act. The Democratic caucus now divided.
If this vote succeeds, over 20 million Americans are going to see at least a doubling in their premiums in the Affordable Care Act.
As a part of the deal, sources say Democrats secured a vote on health care subsidies in the coming weeks, but there's no guarantee that vote will happen.
We have always been open to finding solutions to reduce the oppressive costs of health care under the Unaffordable Care Act. We just made clear that we would not and should not ever do that. That is, negotiate as hostages.
So here's the timing on all of this. If and when the Senate passes their version of the funding bill, then goes to the House for them to vote, and then President Trump signs it into law. Perry Russum, ABC News, Washington.
And 2 of our Virginia lawmakers released statements on how they plan to vote on that proposed deal to reopen the government. And in a rare moment, they aren't in agreement. Democratic Senator Tim Kaine says he will vote to advance the legislation, saying in part, this legislation will protect federal workers from baseless firings, reinstate those who have been wrongfully terminated during the shutdown, and ensure that federal workers receive back pay. Meanwhile, Democratic Senator Mark Warner is not supporting the deal. He says, quote, every day this shutdown drags on, Virginians feel it, from federal workers struggling to pay their bills to families unsure how they'll put food on the table because this administration is cruelly and deliberately withholding the assistance that they need.